Good evening, everyone. Money and happiness, two words that dominate so much of our lives, yet often feel like an elusive combination. We've all heard phrases like money can't buy happiness or more money, more problems. But what if the truth lies somewhere in between? What if it's not just about how much money we have, but how we think about it, use it, and let it shape our lives? Tonight, we're diving into the fascinating intersection of psychology, money, and happiness. We'll explore the science behind why money impacts our emotions, how our perceptions of wealth influence our well-being, and the strategies we can use to create a life where financial resources genuinely enhance our happiness. This isn't just about theory, it's about actionable insights that can transform the way we approach both our finances and our pursuit of fulfillment. So let's unravel the psychology of money and happiness and discover what truly leads to a richer life, in every sense of the word. The relationship between money and well-being is one of the most studied yet misunderstood topics in psychology and behavioral science. Money, often described as a tool or resource, holds the power to shape lives, influence decisions, and provide access to opportunities that can improve quality of life. However, its impact on well-being is far from linear or straightforward. To truly understand the science of money and well-being, we must delve deeper into the psychological mechanisms that define this complex relationship. At its core, money contributes to well-being by addressing fundamental needs. Psychologist Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs serves as a useful framework to explain this. At the base level, money provides for physiological necessities, food, shelter, and clothing. Once these needs are met, it extends to safety and security, reducing stress associated with uncertainty about the future. Research consistently shows that individuals with financial stability report higher levels of life satisfaction compared to those struggling to make ends meet. This correlation is particularly strong when income levels rise enough to alleviate poverty or financial strain. However, an interesting phenomenon emerges once basic needs are satisfied. The relationship between money and happiness weakens significantly. Studies suggest that there is a threshold beyond which additional income contributes little to overall happiness. For example, a study by Daniel Kahneman and Angus Deaton found that emotional well-being plateaus at an annual income of around $75,000 in the United States adjusted for inflation. This amount may vary by region and time. Beyond this point, higher earnings may increase life satisfaction, how individuals evaluate their lives overall, but they have minimal impact on day-to-day happiness. This plateau can be attributed to several factors. First, as income grows, individuals tend to adapt to their new financial circumstances, a phenomenon known as the hedonic treadmill. While a sudden financial gain or higher income can create a temporary boost in happiness, people quickly adjust to their new standard of living, and the positive emotional effects diminish over time. In other words, what initially felt like a luxury becomes the new normal, and the desire for even more resurfaces. Another critical factor is the role of social comparison. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and we often evaluate our happiness relative to others. The perception of wealth matters as much, if not more, than actual wealth. A person earning $100,000 a year in a community where the average income is $50,000 might feel content, while the same person in a neighborhood of millionaires might feel inadequate. This phenomenon underscores the importance of context and perspective in the experience of financial well-being. Beyond these psychological dynamics, the way individuals use their money also significantly impacts their well-being. Research reveals that spending money on experiences, such as travel or dining with friends, tends to bring more happiness than purchasing material goods. Experiences foster social connections and create memories that contribute to long-term satisfaction, while material items often lose their appeal over time. Similarly, using money to help others, whether through charitable donations or acts of kindness, has been shown to boost happiness, a phenomenon rooted in the psychological rewards of altruism. Furthermore, the sense of control and freedom that money can provide is another essential aspect of its connection to well-being. Financial resources can reduce stress by enabling individuals to make choices that align with their values and preferences. For instance, having the ability to take time off work, invest in personal growth, or prioritize health and wellness can enhance overall quality of life. Conversely, financial instability or debt often leads to feelings of helplessness and anxiety, detracting from well-being. Interestingly, cultural and individual differences also play a role in shaping the relationship between money and happiness. In societies where wealth is highly valued and equated with success, the pursuit of money might lead to greater stress and dissatisfaction, especially if people sacrifice relationships or personal goals in the process. On the other hand, in cultures that emphasize community and collective well-being, financial resources may be seen as a means to support shared goals rather than an end in themselves, fostering a more balanced perspective on money. Ultimately, the science of money and well-being points to an essential truth: money's ability to enhance happiness is contingent upon how it is earned, perceived, and used. Financial resources provide security and opportunity, but beyond a certain point, their impact on happiness depends on whether they align with individual values and contribute to meaningful experiences. The challenge lies in resisting the societal pressures and psychological biases that often drive us toward the relentless pursuit of more, while instead focusing on the aspects of life that truly matter. Financial satisfaction, like many aspects of happiness, is deeply rooted in perception rather than objective reality. While actual wealth can undoubtedly influence well-being, it is our interpretation of wealth, scarcity, and abundance that largely dictates how we feel about our financial circumstances. The role of perception in financial satisfaction reveals the profound power of the human mind to shape our emotional experiences of money, independent of its tangible value. Understanding this relationship is essential for navigating the complex interplay between wealth and happiness. Perception is shaped by both internal and external factors, and one of the most significant influences is social comparison. As inherently social beings, humans tend to assess their financial standing relative to those around them. This is often less about the absolute amount of money we have and more about how our wealth stacks up against others in our social or professional circles. For instance, a person earning $80,000 annually may feel content if their peers earn less or an equivalent amount. However, if they compare themselves to individuals earning $150,000 or more, feelings of inadequacy or dissatisfaction may arise, regardless of their objective financial stability. This phenomenon, often referred to as the keeping up with the Joneses effect, illustrates how social context skews perception. It also explains why people in wealthier nations or affluent communities do not necessarily report higher levels of financial satisfaction. As income rises collectively, the benchmarks for success and contentment shift upward, perpetuating a cycle of comparison and often leading to feelings of insufficiency even among the well-off. Another critical aspect of financial perception lies in the psychological concept of relative deprivation. Relative deprivation occurs when individuals perceive themselves as worse off than they believe they should be, based on either societal standards or personal expectations. This misalignment between reality and perception can erode financial satisfaction, even in objectively favorable circumstances. For instance, someone who expected to be financially independent by age 40 but finds themselves still paying off debt may feel unsuccessful, regardless of their actual income or achievements. The role of expectations cannot be overstated when discussing financial satisfaction. Expectations are often shaped by upbringing, culture, and media. People raised in environments where wealth is equated with happiness may develop unrealistic beliefs about the financial thresholds needed for contentment. Similarly, societal narratives portraying luxury lifestyles as symbols of success can distort perceptions of what is enough. These inflated expectations frequently lead to a sense of perpetual scarcity, as individuals chase unattainable ideals rather than appreciating their existing resources. On the other hand, perceptions of abundance and gratitude can significantly enhance financial satisfaction. When individuals focus on what they have rather than what they lack, they are more likely to experience feelings of contentment. Gratitude practices, such as reflecting on financial milestones or the non-material benefits money has provided, can help shift perceptions toward a mindset of sufficiency. This reframing is not about denying challenges, but rather about acknowledging the value of one's resources in relation to personal needs and priorities. Interestingly, the way people allocate their money also influences perception and satisfaction. Spending on experiences rather than material possessions is often perceived as more fulfilling because experiences create lasting memories and strengthen social connections. Similarly, using money to support others, whether through charitable giving or helping friends and family, enhances feelings of purpose and well-being. These choices shape perceptions of financial success as being tied to meaning rather than accumulation, which can deepen satisfaction. Psychological biases further complicate the role of perception in financial satisfaction. One such bias is loss aversion, the tendency to feel the pain of financial losses more acutely than the joy of equivalent gains. For instance, losing $1,000 might evoke stronger negative emotions than the positive emotions associated with gaining $1,000. This bias can skew how people perceive their financial trajectory, making them overly focused on setbacks while discounting progress. Similarly, the endowment effect, where individuals overvalue what they already possess, can create a distorted sense of scarcity when faced with financial changes. Financial satisfaction is also influenced by temporal perception, how people view their financial past, present, and future. A person who regrets past financial decisions may feel less satisfied despite current stability, while someone who adopts a forward-looking perspective, focusing on opportunities for growth and improvement, is more likely to feel optimistic. Similarly, those who ground themselves in the present and appreciate their current financial situation often report higher levels of satisfaction than those consumed by future worries or past mistakes. The dynamic interplay between perception and reality highlights the importance of cultivating awareness around financial beliefs and thought patterns. By understanding how our minds shape our experience of money, we can begin to challenge unhelpful comparisons, recalibrate expectations, and adopt healthier perspectives on wealth. Financial satisfaction then becomes less about chasing external markers of success and more about developing an internal sense of sufficiency, gratitude, and purpose. Sustainable happiness is a state of lasting contentment that goes beyond fleeting moments of joy or temporary gratification. It is deeply rooted in how we align our values, behaviors, and perceptions with a sense of purpose and well-being. While external circumstances like financial resources or career achievements can contribute to happiness, they rarely sustain it on their own. Instead, the path to sustainable happiness requires a deliberate and mindful approach, focusing on intrinsic fulfillment and emotional resilience rather than the pursuit of external markers of success. One of the most significant elements in achieving sustainable happiness is understanding that happiness is not a destination but a process. Many people believe that achieving a specific milestone, buying a house, receiving a promotion, or earning a certain income will finally bring lasting happiness. However, research shows that humans are remarkably adaptive to positive changes, a phenomenon known as the hedonic treadmill. This adaptation means that while new achievements or possessions may bring an initial surge of joy, they quickly become part of the baseline, prompting us to seek the next goal in a perpetual cycle. Recognizing this tendency is crucial to shifting focus away from external achievements and toward the internal factors that truly sustain happiness. One of these internal factors is living in alignment with one's core values. When people make decisions that reflect their deepest priorities, whether that's family, creativity, community, or personal growth, they experience a sense of coherence that enhances well-being. For example, someone who values connection might find more lasting happiness in spending time with loved ones than in acquiring material possessions. Similarly, those who prioritize personal development may derive more satisfaction from investing in education or hobbies than from pursuing purely financial goals. Aligning actions with values fosters a sense of integrity and purpose, which are critical components of sustainable happiness. Intentionality in daily life also plays a pivotal role. This means making conscious choices about how we spend our time, energy, and resources rather than defaulting to habits or societal pressures. For instance, choosing to prioritize meaningful experiences over accumulating material wealth can create deeper satisfaction. Research consistently shows that experiences such as traveling, attending a concert, or spending a day outdoors generate more enduring happiness than possessions. Experiences often involve connection with others, novelty, and personal growth, all of which contribute to a richer sense of fulfillment. Another essential aspect of sustainable happiness is fostering gratitude. Gratitude shifts the focus from what is lacking to what is present, transforming the way we perceive our circumstances. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but rather appreciating the positives amidst them. Regularly reflecting on what we are thankful for, whether it's health, relationships, or small daily joys, can reframe our mindset, enhancing our overall sense of contentment. Gratitude also strengthens relationships by reinforcing bonds and fostering mutual appreciation, which are foundational to long-term happiness. Relationships themselves are another cornerstone of sustainable happiness. Humans are inherently social beings, and meaningful connections with others are critical for emotional well-being. While the quality of relationships matters far more than quantity, investing in close ties with family, friends, and community can provide a sense of belonging, support, and shared joy. Acts of kindness and generosity within relationships not only strengthen these bonds, but also contribute to the helper's happiness, creating a positive feedback loop that sustains emotional well-being over time. A critical but often overlooked factor in sustainable happiness is resilience, the ability to navigate life's inevitable challenges without losing one's sense of purpose or joy. Resilience involves cultivating emotional flexibility, learning from setbacks, and maintaining hope even in difficult circumstances. Practices such as mindfulness, self-compassion, and reframing negative experiences can strengthen resilience, enabling individuals to weather adversity while preserving their capacity for happiness. Sustainable happiness also requires balancing present and future well-being. While it's important to enjoy the present moment, it's equally vital to make decisions that align with long-term goals and aspirations. For example, saving for future security or investing in health may require short-term sacrifices, but these choices contribute to a deeper and more enduring sense of well-being. Striking this balance ensures that happiness is not fleeting but built on a foundation of thoughtful planning and intentional living. Finally, cultivating a sense of purpose is perhaps the most profound path to sustainable happiness. Purpose gives life meaning and direction, anchoring individuals in something greater than themselves. Whether through work, relationships, or contributions to the community, having a clear sense of purpose provides motivation, resilience, and a lasting sense of fulfillment. Purpose-driven individuals often report higher levels of happiness, as their actions are aligned with a vision that transcends momentary pleasures or challenges. In conclusion, the relationship between money and happiness is complex, deeply influenced by psychology, perception, and intentionality. While money can provide security and opportunities, its ability to sustain happiness depends on how we perceive and use it. True well-being comes not from chasing external markers of success, but from aligning our financial choices with our core values, focusing on experiences and relationships, and cultivating a mindset of gratitude and purpose. By understanding the science behind money and happiness, recognizing the power of perception, and embracing a path toward sustainable joy, we can break free from the endless pursuit of more and build a life that feels truly rich, one grounded in fulfillment, connection, and meaning. Happiness, in the end, is less about what we have and more about how we live. Thank you.